To replace the rear hatch lift supports on these Subaru Crosstreks, you will need only a few things. Obviously, a set of new lift supports. Mine came as a pair with new hardware. To keep the hatch up, I used a piece of wood with a rag on it to protect the trim, but feel free to come up with your own solution based on what you have. A medium A-frame ladder could work really well, but whatever you use, be careful. The rear hatch is heavier than you think. You'll also need some wrenches and sockets. 10 and 12 millimeters for each, with the 12 socket being deep wall so it fits over the ball stud. You may also need other sizes if aftermarket parts are fitted with different hardware. Optional items include thread locker and a way to clean the area once parts are removed. Check the description for affiliate links to everything used here, including the exact part number that I used. Start by finding a way to prop up the hatch so that you don't have to hold it up while replacing the parts. Be aware that you will have to move the hatch a little bit during installation, so make sure that it stays put if you need to push the hatch even higher. One wrong move could have this prop falling down or breaking your rear window. Once you're comfortable with how it's set up, we can start removing one of the lift supports. I started with the lower bracket because it makes removal of the upper portion easier. There are two 10mm bolt heads which are easily removed with a socket and ratchet, but be careful not to damage the paint. With the lower bracket disconnected, the ball stud on the hatch can be removed. This is done with a 12mm wrench and maybe by hand once it is broken loose. Again, there is risk of damaging the paint with your wrench. If your kit doesn't come with a replacement ball stud, you may need to remove it from the old part, but this kit saves us that trouble. Now the mounting areas can be cleaned. I like to take the time to clean these areas because it's rare that you have an opportunity to clean it this easily. Now we can install the hardware. If you are using thread locker, add it now, but be aware that it works best with bare metal on bare metal. This ball stud will be installed first, and the deep wall 12mm socket makes it easy. I was not able to find any of the torque specifications for any of the bolts in this project, but if I find some later, I will add them to the video description. I just gave them some torque with this small 1/4-inch ratchet that doesn't provide a lot of leverage, meaning I am reducing my chances of stripping the threads. The bracket side is where the left and right sides come into play. Make sure you match how your vehicle came or how they are shown here. Also, if your new bracket comes with these gaskets, you don't need to transfer the gasket over from the old bracket. Grab the new bolts, add thread locker if you wish, line up the bracket, and get the threads started. Be careful not to cross-thread them. Once it's started, you can tighten them down, going from one bolt to the other to ensure the bracket is tight, but again, I didn't have torque specifications for this. Now we connect the ball socket to the ball stud. Make sure the socket is tightened all the way on the rod if yours has removable sockets. Line up the ball and socket, then push the socket into the ball. This can be a little difficult, but the important part is lining the two parts up well. This may require you to lift the hatch a bit more, so be careful with whatever is currently supporting it. There we go. You'll need to repeat all these steps on the other side, and while I know you can just jump back to the beginning of the video, I figured I would include footage of the other side just in case one of these angles is better for you. Also, since we aren't working with torque specs today, once both lift supports are installed, it's a good idea to lift and lower the rear hatch a few times to simulate regular use. Then try to tighten the bolts again, just to be sure. These are some soft threads, so be careful not to overdo it. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below. Even if I don't have an answer, someone else might. Thanks for watching Cars Simplified.